Was good, the peoples? How is everybody doing this fine feathered day? Let's get my windows open here. I think it's going to be like my fourth or fifth run through Final Fantasy V this year. Yeah, this past year, I think I played this game like 4 or 5 times. And we got the Fiesta coming up in a couple months. Fiesta. I think I'm going to do this year's Fiesta run on the Super Nintendo, though. I think we're going to do it on the Super NT. All right. New game. Sit through all the cutscenes, as always. This is the longest my hair has been since I was like 20, maybe. I haven't had I don't actually go to a barber. My wife usually cuts my hair. Yeah, I have like mushroom hair right now. Long and luxurious locks. Y'all jelly. There is no male baldness on either side of my family in any generation. The rest of my face cannot grow hair though. Like this, I got like 2-3 days of stubble, and that's it. The stage beyond this is a stage that I call maximum itch. And when I reach maximum itch, I know it's time to shave. It will never move beyond maximum itch into an actual beard. Beard is not a thing that I'm capable of. Yeah, I don't know, McLean. I think you're just going to have to pack it in. It baffles me how you keep stalling on this game. Like, do you just not enjoy playing it, or do other games come along? It's like, you just gotta sit down and push through it. I don't know that I've ever heard of somebody stalling on Final Fantasy V that much. There's got to be more at play than just the decision paralysis, because decision paralysis alone wouldn't explain why you can't get through this game. Because you've completed other Final Fantasy games that have more choices and they're more complicated to play, so... Why is Steam yelling at me on this computer? Let's close it there. Okay. Also, let's mute the laptop so we don't... Yeah, there we go. There's a mod that skips the cutscenes. Oh, that might be nice to look into. I mean, if you find the game boring, you just... I would stop trying, honestly. There reaches a point where you're no longer obligated to push through the game if you're not enjoying it. Alright, so the goal of this run is to complete the game without ever assigning a job to a character. I don't suspect this is going to be a difficult run. In fact, I think it's going to be really easy, because most of the difficulty of the base game comes in jobs being restricted in what they can equip. And freelancers can equip anything. The jobs that have the best access to equipment sets, like Knight and Samurai, basically anything that can put on heavy armor and hold a shield, are really, really good. What we're going to miss out on, obviously, are commands in battle. We're not going to have access to any commands except fight and item, although that still affords us a fairly wide range of ability. And we're not going to get stat bonuses from equipping a job. Like, turning yourself into a knight actually buffs your strength by some amount, and we're not going to have access to that strength buff. But there is so much good equipment in this game, and we're going to have access to all of it for the entire game, so... And even the loss of base stats, like, it'll be noticeable, but... Like, I've completed the game with garbage jobs. You know, like, I've fought... I have had a natural red mage. I've suffered with geomancers, you know, like... How many letters can I... 12 half-width characters? Nice! It got the whole thing in there. So yeah, we don't have access to any passive abilities. We can't steal anything until the third world, at which point I don't think we're going to want to. But there's enough strength just in the equipment set in this game that I don't think we're going to have a problem. We still might use twin lances, though. And I think we'll do all of the... I mean, we're going to want to do all of the content, because we're going to want to unlock all of the weapons. Just so we have the greatest amount of options available to us. Like, yeah, before we go to the second world... I'm probably going to farm up 2 death sickles to have them. I imagine we're going to break a lot of rods. Because, yeah, we can equip and break rods. There's no reason not to. So we're not going to have difficulty with, like, Liquid Flame or a Panda or... not a Panda, Biblos. Well, Death Sickles, we're going to want to do some farming in that area just because we're going to want the gold. We're going to want access to some gold before going into World 2. So I don't think it took us more than a minute or two to farm up Death Sickles in previous runs. Like, we'll get it done. Oh, that's right. I've got a bunch of save files because I needed the assets. So we're just going to go ahead and take... You know what? We'll take the bottom save file. That's fine. I don't need to do any more villainous work for this game. Yeah, I know some people do like Final Fantasy V challenge runs and they're like, and I'm not going to break rods. And I'm like, why? Why would you ignore one of the main benefits of just a few of the classes? Like, you have to be able to equip a rod in order to break it in this game. Why won't we be able to do Fork Tower? We can equip Mage Mashers. We can silence Omniscient. Like, why can't we do Fork Tower? It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be even remotely pleasant. It's going to suck every butt, but we'll get it done. The trick to Stray Cat, I think, in 6 is there's 2 monster parties that have the cat monster that you're looking for, and neither one is like the most common encounter. And you have to, if you get both of the Stray Cat encounters, it doubles your chances of seeing it on the Veldt. I only got one of the encounters in my playthrough, so I had to stretch it out a bit. I mean, dude, I've done the Silence Omniscient strat in worse circumstances than this. I think we'll be fine. Like, we'll be able to roll up to that fight with... we're going to have Mage Masher. Like, we can use literally any weapon we want in the game. We can have a maxed out chicken knife at that point, which is what we might do. We can wait until we have, like, Excalibur or something. Pixel Remaster might be the only version where you can save scum the Veldt. I know you can't do it in advance, and I'm pretty sure you can't do it on SNES either. But yeah, I think people can be forgiven for not knowing you can save scum the Veldt in this version, because it's not possible in previous versions. Don't get me wrong, I like that you can save scum the Veldt. I'm really, really pleased, because if you know how the Veldt works, you can just aim for a specific rage and get it. So getting the full rage list is not going to be as aggravating in this version than in previous versions of the game. So, like, the first real windfall of good equipment is going to be in World 1 when we're able to get the Castle Tycoon. So we get a Samurai Sword and the Heal Staff, and even the Bell might be worth using at that point. We have the Whip if we need to paralyze monsters. We have the Sleep Sword if we need to put them to sleep. We can have a self-healing zombie character if we give them the Bone Mail, the Fire Sword, and the Flame Shield. Like, we've got options for equipping characters. I had a Freelancer in a Fiesta run one year, and they were really strong the whole game. I really liked having Freelancer on hand. And then after we complete this game, I've got one more challenge run I want to do, and then we're done with the Pixel Remasters, at least for a while. I want to do a solo White Mage in Final Fantasy 1. We did a solo Black Belt, and like I feel like the diametric opposite of solo Black Belt is solo White Mage. Then I think we need to get back to the almost perfect save. We still have that playthrough of Final Fantasy 15 Chibi Edition that I want to finish. So we'll be collecting the jobs. You have to collect the jobs as part of the story. And in the World 3, we will go and collect mine, just because it's part of the content. We want to try to complete all the content. But we're never going to assign a job to a character. So at the end of the game, when we defeat X-Death and roll the credits, everybody will have no job and 0 abilities learned. So not only is this possible, but I imagine it's actually going to be pretty easy. The thing is, freelancer is a really strong job. Like, the ability to equip anything in the game is really, really strong. Like, even in the base game, if you're having real difficulty because you don't know the game very well, a lot of times you can just switch one character to freelancer and get past whatever boss or whatever area is giving you trouble. As far as like remakes and re-releases of Final Fantasy games go, it's not a Final Fantasy game, but I do have the my Switch collection is back here. I've got the collection of mana on the Switch, and it has Final Fantasy Adventure, which I've never played. So the freelancer has just the character's baseline stats. Changing jobs grants you access to abilities, and it increases stats as well. So, like, if you change somebody to a knight, they get a big, like a plus 15. It's a big increase to strength. Change somebody to a monk, they get a big increase to hit points. Change somebody to a thief, they get big increase to agility. So the freelancers are going to be weak in terms of stats. A freelancer with, like, a knight sword and heavy armor is not going to be as effective in combat as an actual knight would be. I do have the 3D version of Trials of Mana. I would like to try to finish the 2D version first, though. I'm having the same difficulty getting through that game as you're having getting through Final Fantasy V, McLean. I think I'm like 2/3 of the way through it. I just... You know what, though? I've done challenge runs of Final Fantasy 3 and 6 that I thought were going to be pretty easy, and they got stalled at weird points. Like, I got stuck in places I did not expect to get stuck. So we might get stuck at some point in this unemployed run. I can't think of where, and I've done more challenge runs of 5 than pretty much any other game in the series, but we've been caught off guard before doing weird, stupid runs of these games. I think that's the point in the game where I'm at, where I have to revisit a bunch of places and trials. I've done Garula with only bards. There's no way the Garula fight is gonna be even remotely difficult. If you... I can't imagine a worse team to fight Garula with than 4 bards. I don't think it gets stupider than that. I went into that fight with 99 potions and used all of them to finally win. There's Stray Cat. Right there. So I don't think character stats go up in this game either at level up, do they? I don't think so. So these stats are all we're ever going to get. And you see there is some variance. Like, Faris naturally has the highest agility by 1 point. Bart's has the highest strength by 1 point. So, that gorilla fight that I mentioned, like, the fact that Faris gets 1 extra point of agility over Lena was huge in defeating Garula. Like, when I did that Bard run. So that was a Fiesta year where I rolled Bard as my first job, and I used a hacked version of the ROM that let me just assign Bard from the beginning of the game. Evermore does have some beautiful pixels that would be really nice in a remaster. This room's empty, yes. Empty. Yeah, that level multiplier was also a big factor in that Garula fight. It was rough. Easily one of the hardest boss fights I've ever done in the Fiesta run. Fighting Garula with 4 bards. I think we'll just barely survive that. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I expect we'll be using rods quite a lot. Which is part of why we're going to need to get some money before the end of World 1. Probably should drink some potion. I cannot imagine anybody wants a staff, right? I guess you can take it. Better than a knife. In fact, I wonder if we're going to want to try to get holy rods in World 2. Not sure. All right, let's look at all these fun and interesting jobs that we're not allowed to use ever. Nah, sir. Do not explain the job system to me. Grog! Everybody loves grog. You know what? I'm not even going to play the pianos. There's no point. Why bother playing the piano? Might as well get all our free stuff. Man, maybe we should install that no cutscenes mod. Cutscenes aren't that bad. We'll be fine. It's so weird in this scene because they gave little Bartz and his mom the appropriate hair color. They actually altered the sprites to be the right hair color. Because in every other version of this game, little Bartz has like bright green hair. The cutscenes in this game, they're like, a lot of them are just interesting little scenes in and of themselves, which I think was the point. Because at the end of the game, they like do flashbacks for all the characters showing the little scenes. But the game's story sucks, so the cutscenes from that point of view are kind of a pain to push through. Like 4 and 6 both have a lot of cutscenes, especially 6, but like the story in those games are good. So unless you're just bored of watching the cutscenes, they actually have a reason to exist. That's true, but I don't know anybody who was born with green hair and then it turned like just dark brown later in life. Alright, now that Forrest will not jump out of the party, let's go ahead and... We will get a flail in the ship graveyard. So I don't really know if I want 4 broadswords, but I also don't know if I really want to use the flail, so... So we need 2 more of these, and we need 3 of these. Final Fantasy IX kind of has both. Like, it has, like, the story cutscenes, and it has, like, the little self-contained, like, just vignette cutscenes. But in that game, you can skip a lot of cutscenes just by not loading them. Like, the game, you actually have to go out of your way to, like, I don't remember what the little box is called, but it, like, pops up, like, oh, what cutscene do you want to watch? You can just be like, none of them, and then it won't load any cutscenes. You know, there's leather shoes in there, but who cares about leather shoes? Also, I'm sorry that I named the hero Bootylicious, but it's already done. I don't have a time machine. I can't go back and not do that. It's already been taken care of. I guess in like absolute terms, 10 must have the worst cutscenes in the series because they're very long, they're unskippable, the voice acting is horrible, and the story's bad. So, like, there's really nothing in Final Fantasy X that redeems its huge cutscene quota. That game might have the worst cutscene to gameplay ratio in the series. Although I did watch somebody play the first hour or so last night of Stranger in Paradise, the new, like, Final Fantasy, like, Dark Souls, whatever thing that's coming out. And it's really bad. Like, I was expecting it to be bad, but it's, like, really bad. Like, They must have tried to make it bad on purpose, and they failed. Like, that's how bad it is. Oh my god, I watched about an hour of it, and it's just... Oh. I now have cancer and AIDS after having watched 1 hour of that game. I'm sure it's getting great reviews as far as the gameplay. I'm sure people who enjoy that kind of gameplay are really going to enjoy that game. But man, the story is real rough. It's also ugly. The graphics in it, like the character models and stuff, are just... They look like upscaled PSP characters to me. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot in common with, like, the Dissidia cutscenes, I think. I don't have any potions, and I should probably get some before moving on. We'll finish this battle, then we'll sail back and get some potions. Len is dead. That's interesting. A lot of people are into it because, like, oh man, I wanted just campy bad cutscenes, and this game's delivering. Like, ugh. Dude, I'm 40 years old. I'm tired of campy, bad on purpose, lol, random, dumb, monkey cheese, you know? Like, write a good story for your game and, like, direct it well so the cutscenes don't suck. Or just don't bother. You know, like, just don't bother. Just don't have a story. Just, I'm a hero, I'm fighting monsters. That can be enough. What do I even have? Let's... I guess we'll push through it with this. I do want more potions than that. Also, we might want to go get a couple of elixirs. You can get those... I forget what drops them in the first dungeon. We're going to need more than 9 potions. So, I usually don't do any grinding in Fiesta runs, but... I think we'll do just a couple more fights in here. And I think it's worse, too, because the game is, like, kind of taking the piss out of Final Fantasy 1. It's like, yeah, Final Fantasy 1 story isn't incredible, but, like, it's just a... Final Fantasy 1 story is just an excuse to have an adventure, you know? So I don't actually know how the games are connected, like if it's a prequel or like an alternate universe retelling. I'm not actually sure what they're... When all is said and done, what the game actually is, but it's like... I watched 1 hour of it, and the first scene was like... The horrible, like, just gruff edgelord character shows up to the castle. And then, like, the pretty boy anime guy and the token black guy show up. And we're like, hey, we all have crystals. We must all be here to kill Chaos. And the guy's like, I'm gonna kill Chaos. That's all I care about. Like, I thought that was a joke, man, when the memes all came out months ago when the game, like, first got announced. I thought those were memes. I didn't realize that was just an accurate portrayal of what's in the game. Oh my god, that's literally the first scene in the game. Like, 3 characters who've never met each other. Hey, we all have crystals, let's be bros. Hey, let's go kill Chaos. Yep, that's all I care about. Ugh. It was real rough. I didn't find it enjoyable in the slightest. I wasn't going to play the game anyway, because I don't think I will enjoy the gameplay of it, but... I don't think the story is redeemable. Here's the thing. You can't write a story like a Plan 9 from Outer Space, or like The Room, or like Birdemic. Like, these things are like so bad they're good, but you can't do that on purpose. You know what I mean? You can't try to make something so bad it's good and succeed on purpose. You can't do it. It's not, that's not what that feeling is of so bad it's good. It's incompetence plus sincerity that gets you there. So if you don't have sincerity, the story's not going to come across right. You're not going to hit that so bad it's good target. I think we'll just do some fights here until maybe we gain one more level and then go fill up on potions and then we'll be done. But until we get the heal staff, potions are all we have to actually heal with. So... I think one more fight, we'll get a couple of levels, then we'll bail out of here again. Yeah, she's dead. And we were not able to save scum the elf cloak, were we? The elven mantle. Because the quick saving interacts differently with encounter steps in this version than the advanced version, I feel like. So we might have to wait on that elven mantle too. Or run. We could run. Also, in the fiction of Final Fantasy I, nobody knows chaos exists. Like, even in the fiction, it doesn't make sense for a character to be like, I'm gonna go kill chaos. And then the king is like, oh, you're gonna help us kill chaos. That's good, because chaos has been hurting, like, he's been devouring all of our chickens and oxen. And no, chaos is like the manifestation of elemental evil taking over Garland in the past. Nobody in that world even knows what chaos is until you actually get in there and fight it. I shouldn't make fun of a game story that I haven't played and don't actually know anything about, but that was my first impression for sure, was not good at all. Grr, chaos killed my girlfriend. Okay, we are getting some potions in here. Lightning Returns story, so I didn't complete Lightning Returns for one thing, and the story was like really silly, and I don't think it meshes well with the other two games in the trilogy. But I never got the sense that they were like trying to aim for so bad it's good. Like, it's still a sincere game. And the writing's not stellar, but it's good enough in like the individual quest lines and things. Like, I believe that Noel and Snow would turn into the characters they did after 500 years of being like immortal vampires in that world or whatever. So yeah, I still have not completed Lightning Returns. I'm hoping they do a Final Fantasy 13 trilogy remaster on PS5 at some point. That's my fervent hope. See a lot of 45s pop up. Oh, she's dead. Probably should have hucked a potion. Actually, the boss doesn't drop experience anyway, so it doesn't matter. I haven't played 13.2 since it came out, so it's been like 10 years. I did a run through of 13 not long ago. 2 or 3 years ago, maybe. But yeah, I would like to see those games remastered. It's about time. It's been a decade. Let's get them done. Maybe with like a bunch of new dumb content added. We got a 12 remaster on PS4. I think we should get a 13 remaster on PS5. I also have the PS5 version of 7 Remake installed with the DLC content, and I haven't played through that yet. Will at some point. It's too many good games to play, and here I am playing Final Fantasy V for the 3,000th time. It speaks to the quality. It speaks to the nostalgia of these games. That's what it speaks to. It speaks to me having an unreasonable fixation on this series. All right. I always miss the flail, so I see where it is. There, we just gotta go get it. We have to like hit a switch or something first, don't we? Oh, there we go. The rocks just appear. And flail should be back row okay, I think. Like, we should be okay to do that now. And then she's just really survivable. I think pixel remakes of 7, 8, and 9, especially 9. I think a 9 pixel remake would be fantastic. Yeah, it's back row okay. Nice. I am dreading my next playthrough of 9, though, because it's got to be an Excalibur 2 run. I wonder if we should huck potions at Siren. That might be a good way to just spend a bunch of potions rather than wait for her to beat up on us. So we should get 50 damage a pop out of those. There you go, Lena. Why not? We're gonna run from back attacks. Let's power up that chicken knife. She is missing a lot more. Must have a lower hit rate. How goes the job hunt? There is no job hunt in this run. We're going hella jobless. Oh, this way. Yeah, I believe the thing has already been claimed. It always gets claimed within the first 10 seconds of stream. I mean, there's no way that the linens on these beds are dry, right? We can't get a whip before Garula, can we? We get the whip after... Well, yeah, we can, because we can fly to Tycoon Castle with the dragon. So yeah, Garula we can just paralyze. Trying to run the game kind of through my head and try to think where the first, like, boss that's going to give us trouble is going to be. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if it turns out to be good old Gorgamorsh in World 2 on the bridge. We're not going to have a way to get float for Titan. So we're just going to have to survive Titan, I think. Do you get the whip from Magisa? Either way, we'll have it before Garula. The Parabolos are going to be a little tricky, but I think we just spam Phoenix Downs as fast as we can. Yeah, if we get the whip from Magisa, we'll be in good shape. But you either get it there or you get it from Castle Tycoon. I'm not sure which. But we'll have it before Garula, and that's the important takeaway. Which Freelancer is the only job in Fiesta that you really could make use of the whip before Garula. So it's like a unique aspect of running Freelancer that we'd never see otherwise. I'd be surprised if I even had to do that much grinding. Because really, all grinding is going to get me... I mean, it gets me more hit points and it gets me better damage multipliers. But I think we're going to solve most of our problems just by taking a look at our equipment list and putting together strategies based on that as we go. So we'll make sure we get the whip from Nagisa, because without the whip, Garula is going to be a bit of a pain. So we get to save right before that. So if we don't get it, we'll reset and redo the fight. That's annoying. Ow. Are the spells that Siren has access to in Final Fantasy VI the same ones that she casts in this boss fight? Slow, Sleep, and Fire? I don't think I've ever noticed that before. No, because she doesn't teach Thunder. Wow, Lena's been asleep for like a year and a half. Why does it say unemployed? Because we're not using jobs. Finally, Lena takes a hit. You already hasted yourself, woman. No, no, you need to back up. We got really unlucky when we lost Bartz really early in this fight. I think I need to be more respectful of the amount of damage that she does. Yeah, for sure. We can win it right here. Yeah, go ahead and silence me. That's fine. Ah, she got it. We were never in any danger. You know what? We're going to just go outside and tent, and I think tent will fix all of our problems. I am drinking a Mountain Dew. We had my parents over for dinner last night. My stepdad, his favorite drink is Mountain Dew. So anytime we have them over, we end up buying like a 6-pack of Mountain Dew. So this is what we have in the house at the moment. Oh, you can't see it on the green screen, can you? Yeah, it's I'm drinking a hole in the time-space continuum. This is the most delicious eternal nothingness I've ever had. Alright, let's buy some more equipment here. We get a free ice rod. Actually, that might be worth equipping, honestly. I want to see what kind of damage she can do just equipping that. And then we can put the flail on you. She's not going to get a bonus to magic from any of this, I don't think. I think we just go heavy armor across the board. There's no reason not to. And we'll buy 2 longswords. Don't need these anymore. Don't need these anymore. Don't need those anymore. I can only afford 1. We still have 14 potions. I think we'll be alright to climb the mountain with what we've got. Oh, we need some eye drops, actually. I want to see what Lennox can do with this rod. So you don't often just attack with a rod, do you? That's not terrible. Not completely awful. Then if we really want to break the rod against Magiza, we do have that option. Always get lost on this first floor. Yeah, I want to go down first and then the middle. But having 2 people that can be in the back row for if Forza appears is going to be delightful. The flail has a really high miss chance from the looks of it. That was a good hit. That was a bad hit. Yeah, axes are just bad in general in this game. Look at all those magic points that we have that we'll never ever spend. There are some use MP to deal critical damage weapons in this game, I think. Oof. I'm assuming we want to kill this cockatrice first, but it's in the back row, so it's a lot harder to hit. Yeah, the variance on that rod is kind of obnoxious. We won't be using it for long. You know what? I'd rather use all my potions than attempt. Yeah, axes typically have like a lot of variance in their damage output. I know they also do in Final Fantasy Tactics and Final Fantasy 12. We'll use one of our antidotes here. Oh, we're gonna run out of potions really quickly, aren't we? Like, effective immediately. Yeah, we're gonna have to run down the mountain and buy more potions. Because I don't think we have this without healing at least one more time. We'll use a Phoenix down here, I guess. Here, let's... Science. That was worth it. You know what? I think I'll take that. We'll probably win this fight now. Yeah, and we got the whip. You know what? I'll take it. And now she can use the whip. And now Lena's going to be like our best character. And then as soon as we get out of this dungeon, we can go get a whole bunch of great equipment. Lena, what are you doing? You can walk diagonally in this version. Like, by the time we face a elemental boss, we're going to be able to buy as many rods as we want, of whatever kind we want, so... So the way that works is, like, if a dragon pokes you with its nose, it heals any poison in your system. Okay, I has dragon. Oh yeah, you know what? That's right. I forgot about that little piece of information. But yeah, they needed to cut out the Windrake's tongue in order to heal the queen. So yeah, if the Windrake licks you, you just get healed. Windrake can heal any illness but not its own, because they keep dying of just being tired. Alright, we came here to get good weapons, and now we can do that. We're gonna have to buy more potions, too. Alright, good stuff. Shura we can put on. And I think the bell is back row okay, isn't it? I think we put that on. And then you can just have a longsword. Alright, so we are pretty bro awesome now. Lena or Galuf, either one can switch to the healing staff if we need it without issue. I think the bell is back row okay. I'm pretty sure. Let's just get some more potions and waltz. Let's go with 20. We're not going to need any weapons in here. None of these weapons are better than what we've got. Yeah, for sure. We could buy a battle axe, but nah, no thanks. And then we got all new stuff here, but we're not going to really need it either. Yeah, we'll give you the shield and give you the helm. So Garula is susceptible to paralysis, and the whip can inflict paralysis on hit. So Garula is just going to be a gimme. Question is, do we try to go downstairs and get the cloak? That scene just looks so much cooler in this version. Are we going to want to try to manipulate a fire bow drop off of the liquid flame? Alright, let me take a quick gander at the Jackanapes real quick. I never remember which of these staircases goes to the Jackanapes. Not that one. This goes outside, I think. through this door then. Yeah, the problem here is this Jackanapes is going to kill us in one hit. And having the Phoenix Downs to survive it... Although we could do this. That's not going to help, but we could do it. Elven Mantle is good stuff, though. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. So there was a reason we couldn't just quick save our way through here, wasn't there? Like you can in the advanced version. Like it didn't reset the encounter steps or something, right? Oh, I'm going to go to Carwin and... Carwin? What's the name of the next town? I don't know, but I'm gonna break a Thunder Rod on Shiva. Yeah, the encounter steps don't get reset like they do in the advanced version. So we'll be able to do this before the end of World 1, but once we have over 200 hit points and can survive a couple of these hits, look at this version. Fair enough. It doesn't work in like the SNES